What is going on? What is good? All right, let me share this out. I'm a little late today simply because your girl is working. Um, I'm going to be doing a couple uploads because there's a lot going on and the dynamics changed. If you know, you know. I spoke on it very briefly yesterday that the geopolitical climate has shifted. So, the agency that I work for, we're just going somewhere where it's a little less, problematic. Oh, let's see. And it's still rain season out here. It like rained for days straight. There's been some flooding in smaller parts, smaller cities in Asia, so that's important. Okay. But it's Friday, y'all. Listen. It is Friday. Okay? Please get the likes up. Please and thank you. I'm asking everybody to be safe. There is a lot happening. I'm going to do a couple uploads today. So stay tuned for that between today and Sunday. So if you see an upload, make sure you go support. But hey, Couture Bays, it's your girl Brooke Bride, going live with the Reed Talk and Bay Squad. We gotta talk. Now, before we get started, let's like, comment, and subscribe. Tap that notification bell so you can get all the updates and alerts. And remember, opinions are not fixed. Everything we say here is allegedly and for entertainment purposes solely. So sit back, relax, sip some apple juice or my faith the vegan water, and let's get into the mess, shall we? How you can like this video is by double tapping your screen if you have those capabilities. How you can like this video is by hitting those three dots right there. Thumbs up, thumbs down, subscribe if you like the vibe, share if you care. How you can engage with this video, hype this video up, send a donation is by hitting those three dots right there. That being said, let's get into the mess. So, ooh, child, there is so much going on. At the most inconvenient time is when people want to be in your face. I have been asked on like 5 dates. I don't know what's going on. I've always attracted the man, but everybody at the same time, I'm like, did the devil send you? Like, what is going on? Because we gotta, baby, when you're on your path to mega success, and when I say mega success, like what you envision in your mind, what you have planned for yourself, what you have been grinding towards, here comes the distractors. And the reason I say they're distractors because you wasn't with me shooting in the gym. That was one of the hardest bars from Drake. Like, damn, Kobe gotta lose 150 M's. See, some of y'all don't understand that because y'all wasn't in the club when that dropped. I was in the club. I was in the club when it dropped. Okay, I remember it like it was yesterday. I was in Miami when Miami used to be lit. I don't know if Miami has like built itself back up, but Miami used to be like lit. I'm talking about you could party in the street, you could party in the club. The dope boys was out, the rich men was out, the businessman was out, the 9 to 5ers was out, the ladies of the night was out. Like everybody was out having a good time, and they understood their lane. And then I don't know what changed. Cause I party and live when what's that man's name? LeBron James was playing for the Miami Heat. Yup. I remember that like it was yesterday. I think they won too. I think they won, and he was just out on the scene. This is back when Live was lit. I don't know how Live is now because I don't see people talk about it. I haven't been to Live in years. I'm talking about it's been a very long time. Yeah. So I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about. But that being said, let's see who's up here. Hey Barry, what's going on? Hello, hello, hello. Hey Darius. Hey Naughty Love. What is good? So y'all, remember we were talking about Nicki Minaj and her being MAGA? I want to be very clear. The only time we talk about Nicki Minaj is when she's trending. We do not talk about Nicki when she's not trending. I don't care what is going on. If she don't trend on the trending page, we're not talking about her. And that goes for a couple of the MAGA supporters. They have to be trending. I'm talking about top 10. I shouldn't have to scroll all the way down to the bottom. I don't even have to put in a full name. Like, you just type the letter. And those that know what I'm talking about, you just type in and it says Nicki Minaj. Immediately. That's when we talk about them. Okay? That goes for Nicki, Kanye West, Kim Kardashian. Who's another one? Paul Pierce. MAGA is always trending because they're always up to something. And the rest of the hoes. Why would I be talking about somebody who's not trending? I'm not looking forward to hearing nothing these people have to say. I'm not getting the Kanye West album. I told y'all, I don't care. ASAP Rocky didn't even trend. Even when he went #1, he was not trending. Hello? Like, unless it piques my interest, we're not going to talk about it. And that's on big business. Do you understand? That is on big business. I don't know why y'all think in your mind I am searching to discuss Nicki Minaj when my videos alone, my highest growth videos, have nothing to do with Nicki. Are y'all okay? Nothing to do with Nicki. I'm not a Barb channel. I told y'all I didn't pigeonhole myself. I'm not a Stan channel. I do all celebrity news, gossip, trending things, politics. Like, I have old videos. We've been here for a minute. I have old videos in there. Y'all can go see for yourself. I talk about what piques my interest, whether it gets the views or not. I just leave up now the videos that don't get a lot of views so y'all can see y'all weren't interested. So when y'all get up here and y'all get the crying about why are you not talking about so-and-so and so-and-so, y'all are not interested. We talk about it all. Nobody is safe. I told y'all, the only people who I truly be like my faves and I could do no wrong, Bay Squad. Everybody else, unless we're friends, I have a different type of commentary for you. And when it comes to the creators, I have a different type of commentary for the creators. That's called evolution. That's called evolving. So if they're not trending, don't you even think about writing a dissertation talking about why you not talking about somebody else? What are you talking about? We're talking about the hoe that's trending. Do y'all want us to talk about her or not? Like, because she's not trending today and I'm not talking about her. Like, what is going on? Hey, AT2, what is going on? Yes, Nicki just trending. That's all. You just keep it real. Thank you. Like I'm digging in the trash looking for Nicki Minaj. I don't be on the phone with Nicki. I don't be in the DM with Nicki. Nicki don't hit me up on the sideline. We're not having back chats. We're not doing any of that. Like, this is strictly professional. Just like it's professional for her to do the thing that she's doing, it's professional for me to do the things that I'm doing. Just because I don't agree in her ideologies and principles and morality don't align with me, it is what it is. It is what it is. Okay? I'm just not about to, oh, we're not going to say nothing. No, absolutely not. Y'all reward mediocrity. Y'all reward bad behavior. Y'all reward the most heinous, egregious things known to society. Look at what's going on around us. Because if you didn't, we would live in utopia. There you have it. So that being said, let's get into the mess. Yes, if they're not trending, we're not talking about them. Like I give a fuck what she's wearing, what she's doing, who she's talking to. She was over there on a pod. Do you see us talking about it? No, you see that bald headed heifer who used to be the trending topic was talking about her. Do you see us talking about her? No, because them hoes is not interesting. Tell them to do more. Okay, do more. Break the internet. That being said, let's get into it. So, child, you know it's hard out here for a pimp when you're trying to make that money for the rent. Remember I told y'all Evelyn Lozada is a narcissist and she found pleasure in her daughter's suffering? I found the clip. I found the clip.
Now where I haven't even
Fair use.
and I'm at the point now where I haven't even taken Blaze for, I went on a walk, but I don't believe in taking kids from their mom too early because, like, they're just so little and precious. And in Rain True, remember I told you I don't change diapers? Have I changed one? See, she don't like that shit, by the way.
No, I really feel like if you have a child and you are more than able.
And you hear her mother laughing? Let's rewind it back. Let's rewind it back. I told y'all he trapped her. She didn't trap him. He trapped her. She didn't trap him. He told her he doesn't change diapers and stuff like that after he got her pregnant. After he got her pregnant. After she said, I'm pregnant. Let me tell you something. Hey, Say Hudson. Hey, Booski. Hey, Sharita. What's going on? Hey, Free Theka. Yes, please get these likes up, please, and thank you. There's nothing like a narcissist mama. A mother who hates you. A mother who doesn't want you to elevate past what they did in life. Ooh, let's get into it.
And I'm at the point now where I haven't even taken Blaze for, I went on a walk, but I don't believe in taking kids from their mom too early because, like, they're just so little and precious. And in Rain True, remember I told you I don't change diapers? Have I changed one? See, she don't like that shit, by the way.
No, I really feel like if you have a child and you are more than able, your hands are working, your fingers are fine, you have no arthritis, that you are more than able to help and wipe your child's ass too, if you can wipe your own. Because you, when he's 50, let's say, what are you going to be, 112? Yeah. You might need someone to wipe yours.
I got one.
Yeah. And God willing, he does it. But did you wipe his? Yeah. This is all, it comes around.
Yeah, but I did tell you I don't change diapers from the beginning, before he was born. Did you think it was going to change? Like I would actually flip and do it?
I did. I did. I thought that because you are in a different decade and you're having a child, however many years later.
Decade is wild.
Earlier I spoke about expectations of what you said were going to be delivered and.
Baby, they was over there laughing in her face. Did y'all see it? Put a 1 in the chat if you saw it. They were laughing in her face. Her mother was laughing the whole time. She found joy that Shanice was over there suffering. Laughing. Hysterically. And you could hear her voice cracking because she was so pissed. And he said, you thought it was going to change? And she said, yes, because my expectations of you, this is my first time. And they were laughing in her face. This is why I said what I said. Again, I do not feel she's a victim, but I also feel like her mama set her up. I want to know what kind of spells did Evelyn put her daughter under so that she could be over there with the game, because it's not making sense. It's not making sense to me. She's serious. They acting like it's a joke. Yes, that's what happens when you got a mama who don't like you, who hates you. When they be talking about these narcissist mothers, they're talking about the Evelyns. They're talking about the Evelyns. I'm just telling y'all what it is. I'm telling y'all what I know. I'm like, and this is why I will continue to say, make sure you have money and make sure you have that baby for you. Make sure you've always dreamt of being a mother. Don't let no man trick you out your spot, because a man will see you and be like, oh, she a baddie, and want to get you pregnant. I keep telling y'all that. I told y'all the men want to be bad bitches too. Y'all didn't want to listen. Y'all didn't want to
So Stephen Mills and Tiffany School.
So since we talking about motherhood, let's get into this white woman, okay? Because, baby, I ain't never seen nothing like it. Y'all are going to be shocked yourselves. Y'all ready? You ready for this?
They were just screaming, like, telling me to help them. And I watched all of them struggle to stay above the water. I watched all of them fight. I ran across as much ice as I could to get to them, and eventually ended up falling in myself. The water was freezing. It immediately, like, shocked my body, but I still, like, pushed through it. I would grab one, try to put them on ice, but the ice just kept breaking every time I would set them up there, and I would just keep trying to go to each one of them, trying to help them, and it was only me. Like, I couldn't help them all by myself. There was a coach that came to save me. I almost drowned. He told one of my friends that was there at the time to get something to throw to me, like a rope or something, and she did. By that time, I knew that my kids were already gone, so I just had to try to fight for my life at that point.
And this is a white woman which looks to be mixed race kids. I don't know. This is giving this is giving setup, because I'm from an era when I was growing up, the mamas would drive their kids into the lake. You remember the comedian, I forget his name, I think it's Lavelle Crawford, and he said when his mom would get mad, she'd be like, don't let me take you down by the lake. And they would get it together, because the white mamas would load their kids up in the car and pretend some black men tried to rob them, and it would shoot the kids. Or they would just pedal to the metal into the lake. I don't know. It's giving that. It's giving that. It's giving, this is about to be a Lifetime movie. Exclusive, because let me tell y'all the ages. How did the boys get out there? That's what I want to know.
We're just screaming, like.
3 brothers, EJ 9, Caleb 8, and Howard 6, died after falling into an icy private pond in Bonham, Texas during a major winter storm. Their mother, Cheyenne Hangman, said the family had been staying at a friend's house across the street from the pond. It's giving setup. It's giving setup. I don't know. Something about this white woman don't seem empathetic, sad. I don't know. She said she warned her children not to go near the water. On Monday, Cheyenne said her youngest daughter ran to her and told her that the brothers were in the pond. So she got 4 kids. The youngest daughter ran to her and told her that the brothers were in the pond. How did they get to the pond? I have questions. She said she rushed outside and ran across as much ice as she could before falling into the freezing water herself. She didn't call 911. She didn't scream for the people to call 911. Everything about this is given staged. First responders and a neighbor later pulled the 2 older boys from the water. The youngest child was recovered after an extensive search of the pond. Hangman said a man who came to help threw a rope and pulled her out of the water. By then, she said her body was shutting down from the cold. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't move. By that time, I knew that my kids were already gone. So I just had to try to fight for my life at that point. All three boys attended school in an independent school district. The district canceled classes due to the dangerous weather and icy roads and later released a statement saying they were devastated by the loss. Everything about this is giving Klansmen. I don't believe it. I don't believe her. I don't believe them. I just don't. I mean, look at the kids. I'm just showing y'all. She's giving a bet Keisha as as one of the babes would call. It's giving back Keisha. It's giving who they really choose. Baby, it's giving she didn't want the mixed race kids anymore. How much you want to bet the daughter is white? Where's the daddy? Where's the daddy for these kids? Is he not concerned about his kids? Or do they all got different daddies? Y'all know white women are allowed to have several baby daddies. Nobody cares. They can have 5 baby daddies, honey. 5 kids, 5 baby daddies. Nobody even bats an eye. I just find it interesting. I don't know why they were outside. That was my homegirl that wanted to chill in the block with her new boyfriend. Oh, sounds like she wanted a redo. I don't know. Something about it seems off because I don't know. She didn't seem traumatized. She didn't seem traumatized enough for me. Okay. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Let's get into Don Lemon though. Y'all ready for this? So Don Lemon was taken into custody attending the Grammys. And it says Don Lemon was taken into custody by federal agents last night in Los Angeles, where he was covering the Grammy Awards. Don has been a journalist for 30 years, and he is constitutionally protected work in Minneapolis was no different than what he has always done. The First Amendment exists to protect journalists whose role in it is to shine light on the truth and hold those in power accountable. There is no more important time for people like Don to be doing this work. Instead of investigating the federal agents who unalived 2 peaceful Minnesota protesters, the Trump Justice Department is devoting its time, attention, and resources to his arrest, and that is the real indictment of wrongdoing in this case. This unprecedented attack on the First Amendment and transparent attempt to distract attention from the many crises facing this administration will not stand. Don will fight these charges vigorously and throughout court, right? So they have already started. They picked up Georgia Grant. We saw that video earlier. I didn't want to share it. It was very telling. Not Georgia Grant. Ooh. Georgia Fort. I don't know why I said Georgia Grant. Who is that? Honey, we're going to have to look that up. 4 other black, 4 other black independent journalists have been arrested, right? And then they're trying to charge them with the FACE Act. Hold on. I don't know why it's doing that. Okay. It's taking its time to load.
And to a Fox News alert, journalist Don Lemon has been arrested in connection with an anti-ICE protest at a church in St. Paul, Minnesota. Bill Malucci joins us now with more on this breaking news. Hey, Bill.
Yeah, Charlie, good morning to you. Our colleague David Spunt and I getting this breaking news from multiple law enforcement sources just minutes ago, confirming that former CNN anchor Don Lemon has been arrested by federal agents in Los Angeles just after midnight this morning at a hotel. This obviously all in connection with that storming of a church in St. Paul, Minnesota by that group of anti-ICE agitators. Now remember, the feds had gone to judges to try to get Don Lemon arrested before. They went to a magistrate judge in Minnesota who didn't sign off on an arrest warrant for him. Then it went to a judge above him. He didn't sign off on an arrest warrant for him. Then it went to an appeals court. They also decided not to sign off for an arrest warrant for him. So there was experts who were predicting that perhaps the feds would go to a grand jury. It remains to be seen if that's what happened here, but we can confirm that Don Lemon was arrested in Los Angeles by federal agents just after midnight Los Angeles time at a hotel. Now, typically, standard procedure with an arrest like this is the defendant will likely make their first court appearance sometime the same day. So there's a chance we may see Don Lemon make his first court appearance in Los Angeles sometime today. But obviously, this is going to grab all sorts of headlines. 3 other protesters from that church storming, have already been arrested, including who the feds say was the organizer of that protest. The woman in the middle there is a school board member in St. Paul, and then the mugshot on the right is an online personality / agitator, if you want to call him that. He's known as the Woke Farmer. Those were the 3 people that the feds had already arrested, but we have confirmed that Don Lemon has now been arrested in Los Angeles in connection with that viral incident. We all saw the video of it that spread and drew widespread condemnation. The feds have been going after these people on FACE Act violations. So this is still breaking news. Once we get more details about the potential charges here, a court appearance, we'll, of course, update our viewers, guys.
Really appreciate it. Of course, if it was a grand jury that did indict him, that's pretty unimpeachable. Bill Milesian, thank you so much.
Yep.
Y'all, listen, this is getting, I told y'all the spooky hours was upon us, and here we are. Okay? I've been telling y'all, don't let people just spread misinformation to you because they feel like that's what they can do. Don't just let people spread misinformation to y'all because they feel like that's what they can do. Don't let them say, oh, when those people were singing Negro hymns in front of the chop shop, they were arrested. No, they were attacking. Not with their Christian dialogue. Do not let them pull he wouldn't have went to this and that. Yes, he would. He has been a journalist for 30 plus years. Half my life. Almost all of my life, to be honest. He has been a journalist for 30 years. All of my life, just about. Do not let people lie in the name of Christianity and the Lord above and whoever they're serving. Because at this point, it's not giving good Christians. It's not giving good Christians. They're arresting all of the black people. They're killing all the white people. And I got something to say about that. Because I'm telling y'all, I told y'all last year, I said the countdown begins. Y'all didn't want to listen. Y'all acted like y'all didn't understand. Oh, we don't know. We can't see. Oh, ooh, 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 whoop-de-whoop, and all this other stuff. And y'all want to write dissertations. Y'all rather write thesis statements about your fave than to go fight for the rights that they snatching up under you. Because you believe somebody who speaks a language you don't understand is taking your job. What job? What job? Okay, let's continue.
I hope you got your provisions. Friends, I hope you're drinking your water. I hope you got your provisions together, because these white folks are finally learning how other white folks really feel. That's right. Y'all thought that when Alex Preddy and Renee Good got killed by ICE, all of these MAGA people, all of these supporters of the Orange Man would go, no, this is an outrage. ICE can't be killing white folks, because when they killed Keith Porter Jr., y'all didn't even talk about it. In total, 8 people have been killed when dealing with ICE, but 32 people have died in ICE custody. Y'all don't care about them folks. Y'all really thought that when white people got killed by ICE that these other white folks was going to activate and be like, this is an outrage? No, this is Jim Crow 101. Because whenever a white person participated in the freedom rides and got murdered, America at large didn't give a shit, because that white person was doing something that they shouldn't have been doing. And that's why they don't care. White people love law enforcement. They love ICE. Okay? They love the federal government. And I'm not talking about all white folks. No comment on here, all white folks, because if you don't support ICE, I'm not fucking talking to you. I'm talking about the ones that can still continue to support them after all of these people have died, after they're tear gassing peaceful protesters, because you will never be protesting peaceful enough for white people that don't want you protesting against the government, because the fact that you are protesting in the first place is violence to them. Any protest is violence to them. Anytime that you are going against the status quo, you are going against the government, that is violence to them. This is not this. Y'all keep comparing this to, oh, there's Nazi Germany. This is not Nazi Germany. Stop talking about something that did not happen here. This is Jim Crow. There are taxes, there's a fascist taxes that are being used. Absolutely. I'm not saying that there's not parallels, but what I'm saying is do not disassociate from the history of your own country. Do not forget that these are tactics that have been used before. The National Guard coming in support of segregation and against segregation. You have to remember where you live.
And I'm taking it even a step further because I love that she said that. Stop disassociating what caused Nazi Germany. Start using historical data in America, in the state you're in, to get your point across. And this is not to the black people. I'm not talking to y'all. I'm talking to the good white folk. I'm talking to the ones from the Caucasus Mountains, the ones that call themselves Caucasians, the good whites, the spicy whites, the white delights. I don't care. I'm down. Like, use historical data. I said, y'all want to keep going to Germany, when we have all this data here. And don't let them get away with not saying the many black people who were harmed during that time. From today's decade all the way back to the yesteryears. Yeah. We gotta take it there. 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 We're gonna get into the Grammys. Hold on.
We have some major news right now. Capitol Hill is in complete chaos because of...
So, Kim Kardashian said in response to the recent tragic deaths of Alex Paredes, Renee Good, Severo Villegas Gonzalez, and Keith Porter Jr. and other victims, I stand in solidarity with calls for accountability and compassionate immigration enforcement. I stand with families and children nationwide who are facing separation, fear, trauma, and loss amid these actions. I have donated to the National Immigration Law Center, a leading organization defending and advancing the rights of low-income immigrants and their families. To learn more about their work and how you can support, here are the efforts. Now, mind you, it took a white woman to have to call out Kim Kardashian to get her to do something. Do y'all remember that? Put a 2 in the chat if you remember that, when the white woman said, every time you want to sell something, and she said she was pandering to be a lawyer. You remember that? She was talking about you was talking about defunding and getting criminals free and all this other stuff, and you was over there with Donald Trump. Yep. So Coffee City said, Kim Kardashian has finally distanced herself from the Donald Trump administration. It's something she should have done sooner. Let me like that. But we will still appreciate her speaking up. We all need the coverage possible on what this administration is doing. Mind you, she was there. She was over there. Remember, Saint told us? Or was it West? What's the oldest boy's name? I think it was Saint. I think it was Saint. When Saint told us there was all MAGA in that house, I knew the end. It still fuck her, but you know, I love doing this with them. Now let's get into the Grammys, honey. So the Grammys is going to be recognizing Brandy, the voice, the vocal Bible. I love that for her. She deserves it. She is an amazing woman, singer, very talented. If you don't know, I am a huge lover of her music, bodies of work. I love Aphrodisiac. She feels like that was like not necessarily her best album, but I feel like Aphrodisiac just showed how like advanced she was sonically. I love Full Moon. Listen, what about us? Listen, I love me some Brandy. I love me some Brandy. Brandy is just the bee's knees. I did not care about her drama. I was over there singing the Have You Evers. I had the Brandy Barbie doll. Yes. As soon as it came out, my parents bought it. Mama and Papa Bay saved up their money because that was like an expensive Barbie. Like it was, they had the Moesha one and the Cinderella one. And guess who had both of them? Me. My parents bought the Cinderella Brandy edition with Whitney Houston. Like, she is a living icon and a legend. She gave career advice to Beyonce. I don't think y'all understand. We are talking about somebody who has been hot since the 90s and was able to overcome adversity. And did I tell y'all she's an amazing actress? I loved her in Moesha. I loved her in that, what was that old school? It's an old school black show. It was like 227, but it wasn't 227. Loved her in that. I loved her in The Game. I loved her in Star. Just everything about Brandy, I watch, I listen, I follow. She's just the epitome of a badass woman. Thea, yes, thank you, Dottie. Thank you once again. Everything about Brandy I love. Like she is everything. She is everything. Just fashion, style, grace. I probably give Brandy a little bit more grace than I give other people simply because of how the industry put her as a child up against grown-ass women. She had to fool la la with a Aretha Franklin, a Whitney Houston, a Gladys Knight, a Tamia. And she was able to keep up. Y'all can't tell me anything when it comes to Brandy because that is a superstar. She is a superstar. And honestly and truly, she be having her clapbacks and stuff like that. And she did her little stint on Love and Hip Hop. But she is so deserving. Congratulations to Brandy for getting this Grammy Honorary Achievement Black Woman Award. You deserve it. She deserves it. Like, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Speaking of Grammys, congratulations to Eve. Y'all gotta stop. What was that in the letter? That letter was for Brandy and Brandy's eyes only. And she said she'll never do no content about Whitney Houston for money. She said she just can't. And I don't blame her. What's going on? Hello. And shout out to the replay crew. Yes. Listen, congratulations to Eve getting her second Grammy for her song, The Roots. I did not know that was even the song. I'm not going to lie. Like, when I seen it, I thought it was Erykah Badu. Baby, you got me. Baby, you don't even worry. I thought that was Erykah Badu the whole time. I did not know that was Eve. That goes to show how talented Eve was. And she finally got the recognition. She wrote about that in her book. And now she is a 2-time Grammy hip-hop star. So, yeah, she's like that. Shout out to Eve. Eve is somebody who was mean and nasty, who has evolved. You know what I'm saying? Eve is somebody who like had that hard exterior. She'd been through a lot of stuff. She was over there dating Stevie J. She was over there fighting with other rap girls. And then she evolved into this beautiful woman. I love that for her. She's probably still nasty. I don't know. But I love that she takes it out of the public eye. Like, give us the illusion. Hell yeah. Give us the illusion that you have evolved. That's what we like to see. Because she is a woman of a certain age. Like, after a while, we don't want to see a catty, nasty woman. I'm sorry. Like, how long can we do this? Like, show us the elevation, and she did. Show us the opulence. Show us what you are doing with your life, okay? I want to see them $5,000 boots, baby. I love everything about Eve. I used to watch Eve's show. This is back when TV was TVing, okay? Eve had a show called Eve, and her name in the show was something different. I loved it. And the fact that the show ended was because Eve was unprofessional. All Eve wanted to do was party and bullshit. Like, she was the start of branding, okay? Shelly, yes. Eve was the start of the hip hop girls branding themselves outside of hip hop and a way of making money, like residual money, not just taking the pretty pictures. I'm talking about some in big time things. Her, Queen Latifah, because they were all doing some type of transitioning from that 90s, late 90s thing. Queen Latifah always been a brand girl. Always been a brand girl. I can't wait for Queen Latifah to write a book about what it's like to be so pivotal. Like, I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it. And did I tell y'all Brandy is releasing a book called Phases? I'm gonna get it. It's supposed to be dropping in, I think, towards the end of February or something like that. I'm gonna get that book, baby. But let's get into the drama of the Grammys. So tell me why there is a D'Angelo tribute. Y'all know I love D'Angelo. D'Angelo is quintessentially one of the most pivotal artists of my life. I didn't really know about the party favors and his life and all that. I just knew about the music. I love his sound. I love Black Vanguard. I loved how he played the guitar, how he would look in the camera. I don't know, something about that was just real sexy. Even though I didn't really know what sexy was, I understood it at a young age when people would be like, D'Angelo is so sexy. He's captivating, the way he would sing, the way he was just raw with emotion, the mixture of blues with the R&B and sensuality. I loved everything about that. I still love everything about that. Like, some of the start of my videos is just sonically snippets of D'Angelo. And he allowed me to use his body of work. I will never like not be thankful for that, because he didn't have to be nice to me. You know what I'm saying? And I gave him nothing. He didn't want nothing in return. Just, I would like to use this. And he didn't even know what kind of content I was going to do. He is for the arts. This is why I say you could tell the people for the arts and who are not. And I'm not talking about strictly the love of a genre. I'm talking about for the arts, because what I do is art. And he was very gracious enough to do, like, here. And I was like, okay. I love him. I didn't know he was from Virginia. I think he's a beautiful person. And, you know, You Should Be Here is one of my favorite songs of his, because it has Raphael Sadiq. I like him too, musicality wise. Listen, that kind of, listen, I like it real ratchet or real, like, sensual. I'm very eclectic when it comes to music. So the fact that the Grammys was going to do a tribute, is doing a tribute, and they didn't even invite D'Angelo's children. And then they were like, ooh. I'm like, how are you going to do a tribute to D'Angelo and his children are not there? Even though they just now gave the invitation, they were not thinking about his kids. Like, how are you going to do a tribute for D'Angelo and his children are not present? say the Grammys gotta go back to performances, and they have to get into rapid boom, 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 boom. It needs to be the performances need to be a good 3 minutes. Only showcase the new girls with their talent. Like I'm talking about for best new artists, have them sing a whole production so we can see it. Because not everybody knows who the best new artist personalities are going to be. And then do little minute snippets. But the show needs to be no more than 2 hours. That is the only freebie you're getting the Grammys. I need to see opulence, money, lights, camera. I do not want to see a bunch of Ozempic, 9 eating heifers and men in the audience. I don't want to see it. I want to see the skin is glowing. I want to wear the dress. I want to see a suit. I would like to be standing next to a man too. I want the vocals to be crisp. Have them eat some ginger now. Have them eat some ginger now. I want it to be clear and concise. I don't want these weird ass performances. And if they're going to make a message, it better be a message about some damn peace. Do you understand? Because these are the arts. And don't be anti-political, because a lot of people have political albums that y'all voted for. I seen the list, Grammys. Don't you piss me off. Don't you piss me off. I want to see Michael Jackson perform Man in the Mirror type quality when y'all didn't give him a Grammy for Bad. When y'all played in Michael Jackson's face. When he had the choir on the stage. When y'all was trying to teach him a lesson because y'all were like, Thriller, it's too big. And then he came out with Thriller and then hit y'all with Bad. There's levels to this. I want to see it. I want to see it. I want to hear it. They better be in there getting it together. It needs to look good. It needs to be crisp. And it needs to be clean. And if the girls are going to be on a good party favor, and I'm talking about the good stuff, they better be rolling like Shaka Khan at that Sunday service event. She was over there with BB King and them. I'm talking about James Brown quality. I'm talking about the mouth. George Michael quality. Don't piss me off, Grammys. I want to see it. The people want to see it. We want to feel the music. I want to cry in my seat. That's how good it needed to be. Understand? Do y'all like that? Y'all think so? Yeah. We deserve it. We deserve it now more than ever. Now more than ever. Now more than ever. Let's get into La Roach. So, La Roach decided he was going to be a money-hungry whore. And he wants to style Laura Sanchez, a.k.a. Jeff Bezos' new wife. And there's nothing wrong with that, but you deserve to be dragged. La Roach got played. Let me take it back. Anna Wintour played in your face last year. This year. No, it was last year. When it came to Zendaya and the look. So much so you were gagged on the red carpet. Mid-interview. Because she didn't want you to be that girl. Okay? The it girl. The I and the T. So much so that she was demoted. She has been running around with the people with money thinking this is what the people want, when in reality, when it comes to Vogue, we want opulence, we want style, we want grace. We want the clothing to be so good on the model we wanted. Like Scaparelli, I'm sorry, the couture looks this year, so far, I have been, I'm talking about delicious, orgasmic. You over there aligning yourself with people who don't even view you as a person is always going to be weird to me. Again, your politics, your prestige, but you're going to have to own that. You get, like, how do you go from, oh, we got to do something, we got to make something, we got to have our own, to being a token? It just doesn't make sense. And they made sure you were the face of the tokenisms. That's why you're getting dragged, like Roach, because you were saying all these things in the Vogues, the Varieties, the Times, on the red carpet, how you felt when Versace wouldn't even sit you next to Zendaya, or was that Louis Vuitton? Either way, when the houses, the great houses, the fashion houses that's been around since Prohibition treated you like you were the help, you could not believe it. You're styling Zendaya, Ryan Destiny. You're doing Zendaya's wedding dress or helping style it. Celine. I'm not understanding why you need to be with Alora Bezos. It's not clear. It's not making any sense. And that's why they're dragging you. The girls are saying, how much money do you need? I knew when you was talking about you was having Zendaya walk in those, what are they, the Kates? Are they the Kates? The uncomfortable Christian Louboutins that a lot of women can't walk in. It's only a handful that can. And he forced her to walk in them to prove her bad bitchness. Like, it's so weird to me. And he is investing in Emmanuel Yogando clothing. Tasha, no. La, baby, they're going to keep dragging you. They're going to keep dragging you. At this point, I can't defend you. Child, the girls never learn. You're in today, gone tomorrow. Did you not wear Devil's Wear Prada? Did you not watch it? Fashion is political. Fashion is political. When the girls say they're not that well versed or they're really not spun up on politics, and I'm like, everything has to do with politics. Like, everything in your everyday life has something to do with politics because, hello, fashion. Where do you think people were being expressive with their thoughts and opinions when it was not the norm? Hello, the fashion. How do you think the lavender laws came into effect? Where do you think that came from? The fashion, hello. This is why I say the girls are losing recipes. The girls are losing recipes because they won't simply read. They see some type of bad bitch or this masculine man and just take their word value for it. I don't trust nobody's word. That's why I love people who are fans of history. And it shows. Look, Jovi Beauty. Hello. Naughty Love. Hello. Gigi Darling. Hello. 82, hello. They are lovers of the history. Queen Tulsa. Just look at who I am subscribed to. And it tells you because they always reference something in history. Sin City, hello. Coffee City. Like if you don't know the history, you can't see the place right before your eyes. That's why I said if you just follow the money, then you know where we're going. But child, people are forgetting the whole reason why hippies had that fashion was because of politics. Yep. Laura and Jeff look like they got their clothes off the clearance rack of Fashion Nova. Like Laura is... I don't have an issue with Laura, but Laura, I'll show you. Let me show you because, you know, I'm better at showing you a picture. I want y'all to see because I don't want to just be like, oh, this is what it is. I want y'all to be in the know. I want y'all to be in the know because where else would you be? It's like they're trying to make fetch happen and it's not going to work. Right, AT2? It's so weird. That was him looking back, sticking his tongue out because I guess he felt like, na 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 boo boo. Look at her. Just look. How he outdressing you. They're trying to make fetch happen. I don't care how often Anna Wintour is around. You just, it's going to be a no for me. And it's not because she's wealthy. It's not because I'm jealous. This is actually cute. This is cute, like the neck down. I do like that. That is cute. I like how it's, you know, a little sultry mixed with business. I think we could have styled the hair with a little bit more curls or something. Give it a real French roll. The earrings are too big. They're too gaudy for the, because the fur is already gaudy. She could have did a nice pearl, you know? With blue, she could have we could have taken it there. They did a new lip. Why nude? Let's add a little color. It's the winter time. It's the winter time. Let's add a little color. It don't have to be necessarily red. We could have did like a light pink. A little something, a little pop of color to show I'm not matchy-matchy because that's what it's giving. I hope she's not spending millions upon millions of dollars to get treated like this. And I'll show you the ensemble. It's giving matchy-matchy, honey. All this money and no style. I don't care what. Anna Wintour is not looking at her and saying, yes, bitch. She wants back in. It's not going to happen. I'm going to keep telling you, fashion is politics too. Why is she wearing white pumps in January? It's all a setup from what she normally wears. Ooh. Fur is definitely back in. Like a side part bang. We could have taken it there. The fur was already, you know, we had a little something, so you want to tone it down in the earrings. She could have really taken it there. Child. Anyways, let's get into Luigi, Man and Joni. So Luigi, child, them Epstein files is wearing Donald Trump out. And we're going to talk about that tomorrow. We're going to have to go live about that because I know y'all don't care about the kids and stuff like that. But yeah. So let's get into Luigi because y'all know they just took the death penalty off the table. If they took them taking the death penalty off the table, I keep telling y'all, every time we look around, it's getting more and more like he's going to win. Let's get into it.
Judge Garnett dropped her order already this morning. Spoiler alert, no death penalty, no gun charges. So let me try to explain this. Judge Garnett said the law itself is the problem. She found that under Supreme Court precedent, the law can be committed through nonviolent conduct, reckless conduct, threats, and legally that does not qualify as a crime of violence. And because of that, those gun charges collapse. And because of that, the death penalty is now gone. To be clear, Luigi's case is still going to go on with those stalking charges. Those have not been dropped. And most likely, the AUSA is going to re-indict this case. Each one of those stalking charges carries the possibility of life in prison without parole. You just as soon as it's over. But for now, in the federal case, no filing yesterday.
The fact that there's no death penalty in the federal case. Are y'all hearing what she said? This is a huge win for somebody who looked like John Wick. And walked off. His attorney is in there doing magic. Okay, when he get out, he's definitely going to shoot a Vogue cover. Baby, Luigi is about to be the pinnacle for the rest of the people. Do you understand? Point blank range. The man was facing him. He was facing the man. It did not look like he was scared. Shout out to Luigi. Shout out to you, Luigi. And it's the administration's fault. If they would have just said nothing, I told y'all, they are tied into this case somehow, and somehow Luigi is some type of vigilante because the math ain't mathing. He wasn't afraid to pull the trigger from what I seen. He was wearing $1,000 shoes, a luxury backpack, and just walked off. Like, poof. Didn't run, walked off. Just doop, 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 doop. On his little scooty bike. And I said, what? What? I don't know what's going on in New York, but the boys are getting slaps on the wrist. The boys are getting slaps on the wrist because, you know what? I guess until America do right by its people, they just letting everybody free. And they're like, well, somebody else can pick up the case. By the time they pick up the case, the people are going to be in the streets boycotting. They already have to be like, no pictures, no pictures. And they're getting the pictures. He's hanging out with the blacks. The blacks ain't scared of him. They probably got the inside scoop. They can't wait for their Netflix special, Hulu premiere, ID channel documentary to talk about what it was like to be with Luigi in the prison. Baby, I can see it now. He's about to make so much money. And where is the wife? Where is the wife? When I say y'all not brave enough, y'all not ready, y'all not taking it up a notch. When y'all say y'all are tired of the people who are inflicting harm on others, When I say y'all don't have the spirit of the Vikings like y'all say y'all do, this Luigi, get up here. What kind of blood is in Luigi's body? Yeah. She over there grieving with Erica. We ain't seen her come out yet. We ain't seen her come out yet. Like, I guess the white women are victims. Because where is the wife? We ain't seen a picture of the wife, nothing. He in there with Diddy, R. Kelly, and Al Sharpton. Oh my God. But anyways, y'all, that's all I had for y'all. I just had to come tell y'all that. We'll talk about the new release files. Give y'all a little quick boom, boom, boom. A little quick boom, boom, boom. I think the government is going to shut down again. Shout out to Lindsey Graham, because Lindsey Graham is a hating hole in the back and he didn't want to be embarrassed. Primary them. Primary them. Primary them. And I'm going to show you why. This is my favorite reason why. Because I saw something. I was like, I know you motherfucking lying. Y'all got to primary them. Because if you don't. And why are they trying to free Luigi? They trying to break into the prison like he's a Joker. He might be the Joker, y'all.
Bitch, Good morning, bitch. Don Lemon has been arrested. The journalist, okay, that is reporting on shit that is happening in fucking Minneapolis. He has been arrested. And he's not the only person who is going through shit this week. There's a nurse in Florida who wished that Caroline bitch ass has a difficult delivery. She wished it, okay? She did not actually do anything. And the state of Florida decided to have an emergency hearing, bitch, and snatch her motherfucking license, okay? They did not go through the board of nursing to allow them to deliberate, to have a hearing, to discuss. They snatched her fucking license. That's where the fuck we living at, y'all. Okay, bitch?
That is so crazy to me. Did y'all know that? Did y'all know that about Florida?
The craziest shit about this Florida situation where the nurse's license has been snatched because she said that she wished, okay, that Caroline bitch ass Levitt would have a difficult delivery is that there are actual domestic violence victims in the state of Florida that cannot get their fucking abusers arrested because they did not physically put their hands on them. They said they would kill them, or they're stalking them, or they're harassing them. And you mean to tell me that the AG decided to use his fucking power in this way, but not to help fucking domestic violence victims that are literally struggling or scared to go to work or scared to leave their home, okay, or even be in their fucking house because of their fucking abusers? And you flex your power this way? I just, it's not making any fucking sense to me, bitch. The craziest shit about this Florida situation with
and I keep telling y'all, Florida is one of the biggest hubs of the children. We talked about that last year. Remember we spoke about that white girl who was, and people didn't want to hear it, and the FBI came down and all that stuff. Baby, they was in on it. But we're gonna talk about that tomorrow. We're gonna talk about that tomorrow. But what are your thoughts on this Space Squad? I didn't know he was married. If he is married, kudos to Luigi. He's doing the work. Most men in prison are married. But what are your thoughts on this Space Squad? What are your opinions? Comment down below. We gotta go. Bye, hoes.